Fast Am I, good evening and welcome to the Manx Radio Folk Show with me, John Barker, playing you the best in folk and roots music from the Isle of Man and from all around the world. Well, it's Burns Night on Saturday, 25th of January, so here's Eddi Reader with a track from her album The Songs of Robert Burns, Coming Through the Rye and The Dram Behind the Curtain.
Everybody's coming to the right. Can a body meet a body, need a body cry. Jenny's all everybody, Jenny seldom dry. She's jiggled our petticoaties coming through the right. Coming through the right. Can a body meet a body coming through the right. Can a body kiss a body, need a body cry. Every lassie has a laddie, none they say have I. But all the lassie smile at me when coming through the ride. Through the ride. Everybody's coming through the right. Coming through the right, everybody's coming through the right. Jenny's all wet, her body, Jenny's seldom dry. She's jiggled our petticoats coming through the right. Through the coming through the ride.
Well, we'll have something else from that album, The Songs of Robert Burns, at the end of the show. In the meantime, here's a rather lovely thing. This is called Close Season, and it's by Catherine Priddy and Simon Armitage, yes, the Poet Laureate. And it's a single that was released just at the end of last year.
Tired and Tedgy throws his bags to the side. His coat of polar bear fur isn't fake. Goes to the cherry tree, turns out it's light. A lot of himself. He's claimed the wardrobe and filled 7 shelves. top, made only of breath, stitched only by frost. Dark mornings and long cold nights, sky peppered with little white lights. Winter bringing the clean white sheets and at whose bed does he sleep in? Whose bed does he sleep in? His hands are like ice as the north wind blows. A wolf howls in his voice and it starts to snow.
Well, following Catherine Priddy there, we had two tunes from Matt Green and Andy Turner from their album Time for a Stotty Cake of last year. The first one was Glory Shears, which is a well-known Morris tune, played by lots and lots of different Morris teams across the UK. And the second one was called Highland Mary, and by one of those unplanned coincidences, I've just read that there is also a song by Robert Burns called Highland Mary. Next up, John Wilkes, and a track from his album Up the Cut, which celebrated songs of the Birmingham area. Here's an interesting one. This is how 5 and 20 shillings were expended in a week.
It's of a tradesman and his wife, I heard the other day. They did kick up a glorious row and lived across the way. Well, the husband proved himself a fool, his money all was spent, and he's called upon his wife, my life, to know which way it went. So she's reckoned up and she showed him all complete. How 5 and 20 shillings was expended in a week. He says my wages are all gone and it does me perplex. Indeed, she says, then list to me, my bonny cock of wax. Continually you make a noise and you fill the house with strife, and I'll tell you where your money goes, I will upon my life. So she's reckoned up and she showed him all complete. How 5 and 20 shillings was expended in a week. There's 2 and 3pence house rent now, attend to me, she says, and there's 4 shillings goes for meat and 3 and 9pence bread. And to wash your nasty dirty shirt there's 6pence halfpenny soap, and there's 1 and 8pence coals, old boy, and 10pence wood and coke. There's 4pence there for milk and cream, and 1 and 2pence malt, and 3 and halfpenny vinegar, and a 2pence halfpenny salt. Well, a penny goes for mustard, 3 halfpence goes for thread, and you gave me 3pence the other night for half an old sheep's head. So she's reckoned up and she showed him all complete. How 5 and 20 shillings was expended in a week. There's a red herring each morning, is 5pence for the week. Sometimes you send me out for fish, you say you can't eat meat. Last Monday night when you got drunk, there's 9pence went for capers. You'd a penny box of corn greaves and a halfpenny baked potatoes. There's a penny goes for pepper too, as you must understand, and 2pence halfpenny starch and blue, and a farthing's worth of sand. And 4pence halfpenny candles, 3 farthings goes on matches, and a penny's worth of corduroy you had to mend your breeches. So she's reckoned up and she showed him all complete. How 5 and 20 shillings was expended in a week. There's a shilling tatties, herbs and greens, 10 pence on pots of sea, 6pence coffee, 8pence sugar, and 1 and 4pence tea. There's 2pence goes for this thing, and a penny that and t'other. Last night you broke the chamber pot, I had to buy another. There's 8pence for tobacco, 7 farthings there for swipes, 3pence halfpenny snuff, old boy, and a 2pence halfpenny tripes. And a penny, well, you owed for strings or at the cobbler's shop. And you know last Sunday morning, well, you bought a pint of pop. There's 2pence goes for blacking and 8pence halfpenny cheese, 3 farthing rushlight every night to watch the bugs and fleas. And while each night to a public house you go to drink and sing, I hit the tavern across the way to have a drop of gin, so reckon up again, old boy, and you will find complete how 25 shillings was expended in a week.
Well, I've not checked the maths, but we'll take his word for it that that's how 25 shillings were expended in a week. Next up, Piers Ficini and Balake Sissoko. All I can find out about Piers Ficini is that he is an English singer, painter and songwriter. Balake Sissoko is a Malian kora player, and this is a single that was released at the end of last year called Born on the Wind.
Sings, bird at the lark that the new light brings. Remember it then, I could never be wrong, playing in me the wave of her song. Gone shall return before long. Song gone shall return before long. Every time I see a silver-tailed green, every time I'm there, the world that could have been. Hide on the wing at the season's end, voice in the beak of the bird that tends. Diving in deep, the herd was strong. She drew me out the light of her song. Gone shall return before long. Song gone shall return before long. Every time I before long.
Well, I think that's a really lovely piece of music. P.S. Vicini and Balaké Sissoko. Now, I'm really pleased to hear that there's new music coming out from Trip, that fantastic Glasgow-based six-piece band, featuring Michael Biggins on accordion, Tiernan Carell on flute, Isla Callister, of course, on fiddle, Alistair Mackenzie on guitar and vocals, Roy Matheson on piano, and Craig Baxter on baran. And this is a new single that they've just released called The 50 Reels. It's great to hear some new music by Trip, and I look forward to hearing what else they've been working on as well. Fantastic fiddle on there by Arla Callister. And speaking of Manx musicians, it's time to check in with what's happening this week in terms of live folk and roots music here on the Isle of Man. As usual, on Wednesday night there'll be the session at O'Donnell starting about 8:45. Thursday night will be the Folk Club in Ramsey at the Buffs Club. Friday night there's a session in the Mitre in Ramsey starting by 8:45. Saturday night at the Peel Centenary Centre, Paul Reynolds, Jenny Buttimore and Mike and Ian, erstwhile of the Ballags, who I'm sad to see are going to be doing their final gig very soon. It's also, as I've said already, Burns Night on Saturday, but I'll tell you more about things happening that night later in the show. And on Sunday afternoon there's a slow session at the Woodburn in Douglas, and that's from 4pm till 6pm. Now, you might have been watching Digging for Britain recently, and if you were, you'd have heard odd bits of songs by Johnny Flynn. He also did the theme song for The Detectorists, so he's obviously cornered the market in archaeological songwriting. He's actually also an actor, and he was playing Ian Fleming in a film I was watching the other week, Operation Mincemeat, a multi-talented man. This is a song by him called The Water from an album released in 2010 called Been Listening. And it also features Laura Marling, and I'll follow it with a lovely Laura Marling track called Caroline from her latest album Patterns in Repeat.
All that I have is a river. The river is always my home. Lord, take me away, for I just cannot stay, or I'll sink in my skin and my bones. The water sustains me without even trying. The water can't drown me, I'm done with my dying. Please help me build a small boat, one that'll ride on the flow, where the river runs deep and the larger fish creep. I'm glad of what keeps me afloat. The water sustains me without even trying. The water can't drown me, I'm done with my dying. Now deeper the water I sail, and faster the current I'm in. But each night brings the stars, and the song in my heart is a tune for the journeyman's tale. The water sustains me without even trying. The water can't drown me, I'm done with my dying. Now the land that I knew is a dream, and the line of the distance grows faint. So wide is my river, the horizon a sliver. The artist has run out of pain, where the blue of the sea meets the sky, and the big yellow sun leads me home. I'm everywhere now, the way is a vow to the wind of each breath by and by. The water sustains me without even trying. The water can't drown me, I'm done with my dying.
What a way to change an evening. Was my number hard to find? You know I'd given up believing, but the song had somewhat lingered on my mind. It went la 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 la, something something Caroline. Caroline, you're like an ember, a rock that bursts back into life, a song I only just remember that goes, oh, something, something, Caroline. La 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 la, something, something, Caroline. Caroline, we are old now. I got married and I loved my wife. I have kids, they're good and grown now. All in all, I've been happy with my life. Though I was never really far from you, was I? Something, something, Caroline. I'd like you not to call again. I like to keep you off my mind. You're the one who went away, Caroline, so the song was forgotten over time. It went la 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 la, something, something, Caroline. La 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 la, something, something, Caroline.
Time for some tunes, and these are Castle Rock Road and Green Grass from an album called The Mystery Inch, released by Damien O'Kane and David Koski in 2011. I don't remember the last time I played any songs in the Welsh language, but here's a new track from a band called Pedair. Their first album won the 2023 Welsh Language Album of the Year award. And here's Sian James, Gwennan Gibbard, Gwyneth Glynn and Mene Gwilym perform a song called Ruan Hyn from their new album Dadeni.
Dyn nhw ddim yn yr hen lynia, ddo nhw ddim pan ddaw'r ha, rwan hyn mae'r dyddiada. Ydy'r ddeiar ma'n troi yn gynt, rhain mae gen ti amser I gymryd y wynt. Ti'n cofio pan oedd y dyddiau'n hir, dyn nhw ddim yn yr hen lynia, ddo nhw ddim pan ddaw'r ha, rwan hyn mae'r dyddiada. Ydy'r ddeiar ma'n troi yn gynt, rhain mae gen ti amser I gymryd y wynt. Ti'n cofio pan oedd y dyddiau'n hir, y ffordd bell a'r llinell mor glir. Rhwng y celwydd a'r gwir, ti di crwydro'n hir yng ngola'r lleia'r gwen. Ond ma' na le ar bont fy ysgwydd I ti orffwys dy ben. A da ni'n mynd I chwarae'r hen recordiau, yfad a siarad ymlaen. Da ni'n mynd I beintio'r walia'n lliw, na welon nhw rioed o'r blaen. Da ni'n mynd I daflu'r hen ffenestri, yn gorad led y pen. A downsio'n wyllt yng ngola'r lleiad wen. A downsio'n wyllt yng ngola'r lleiad wen. Dyn nhw ddim yn yr hen lynia, ddo nhw ddim pan ddaw'r ha. Penna bach a lleisia mawr, os ti'n mynd I sbio fyny na nhw dynnu chdi lawr. Fydd na wen ar ben y daith, ond ddari neb sôn fod y lôn mor faith. Ti di syrthio lawar gwaith, dwi di gweld y graith yng ngola'r lleia'r dwen. Ond ma' na le ar bont fy ysgwydd I ti orffwys dy ben. A da ni'n mynd I chwarae'r hen recordiau, yfad a siarad ymlaen. Da ni'n mynd I beintio'r walia'n lliw, na welon nhw rioed o'r blaen. Da ni'n mynd I daflu'r hen ffenestri, yn gorad led y pen. A downsio'n wyllt yng ngola'r lleiad wen. A downsio'n wyllt yng ngola'r lleiad wen. Ma' pawb yn ysu am hapusrwydd yn ôl y sôn, ond does na'm lôn I lawenydd, llawenydd ydi'r lôn. Dyn nhw ddim yn yr hen lynia, ddo nhw ddim pan ddaw'r ha, rwan hyn mae'r dyddiada. Dyn nhw ddim yn yr hen lynia, ddo nhw ddim pan ddaw'r ha, rwan hyn mae'r dyddiada. Rwan hyn mae'r dyddiada. Rwan hyn mae'r dyddiada. Rwan hyn mae'r dyddiada.
Here's a track by Kate Rusby, Who Will Sing Me Lullabies, from her album 20, released in 2012, celebrating 20 years as a touring and recording artist. Of course, since then she's released many albums, including one called 30. This version of the song also features Richard Thompson and Philip Selway, who, if you didn't know, is the drummer from Radiohead, amongst many other things. Now then, back to Burns Night this Saturday the 25th, but here's something a little bit different first, by a band called Reitire, R-E-I-T-I-R. They feature Asmund Nortoga, Ingeborg Longvik Reinhold, along with Sarah Jane Summers, Johanni Silvela and Morten Kvan. And they play the songs of Robert Burns translated into the Norwegian dialect of West Telemark, combining the vocal styles of West Telemark, which is a key Norwegian folk music area, with music celebrating the warm, feisty poetry of Robert Burns and creating its own musical space somewhere across the North Sea. This track is called Margit Mittigard, Mary Morrison.
Sid med glaset ditt, slik me blei samdom du og eg, og lat meg sjå det smilet blitt som gjer en rik mann fatig sklegg. Så gjønn gikk eg tyngste veg, og som en slav i sleit og bar om berre eg fikk elska deg, du vene Margit Mittigard. Gjør kveld og fela sång og dansen vilja så til Jun Klein. Det var så deg min tanke hong, og berre du som i rom i skjein. Meg var fin og feit av mein, og hi av kongen sjav til far. Sukka berre stur som stein, du er ikke Margit Mittigard. Kjevon ifrå en som har villa døy for deg, og nekte ki et hjarta slå som hjelpeløst forelska seg. Og tek du enda alt fra meg, så gi meg tålnet slik du klar. En tanke har og rimelig, den er ikke Margit Mittigard.
That was a bit different, wasn't it? That was a Norwegian version of Mary Morrison. Before our last Robert Burns song for tonight, I got a message from Peder Cubley to tell me that the Teru Maru Cayley Band and the Ellen Van in pipes and drums are performing at Milltown on Saturday night at their Burns Night Supper. Tickets are available for this. It costs £70, but includes lots of entertainment, including the Cayley and the pipes, of course, a Scottish supper, poetry readings, and Scottish whisky. Look online for your tickets. Of course, if you do want to get in touch with me, just email folkshow@manxradio.com and let me know about things that are happening, just like Peder did, or tell me about any music that you'd like me to play. So our last song is from Eddi Reader, The Songs of Robert Burns, and it's Leezy Lindsay. I'll be back next week to play more folk and roots music from the Isle of Man and from all around the world, and I hope that you'll join me then.
All the lights in this city are like diamonds. The street lamps, the signs and the cars. stars. Though it's bright in this city with our diamonds, when they're turning out all of our stars, would you gang to the Highlands, Lazy Lindsay? Would you gang to the Highlands with me? Would you gang to the Highlands, Lazy Lindsay? My pride and my darling to be. It's so loud in this town, Lazy Lindsay. The worry and the working and the noise. Now we can hear the birds when they're singing, and the river it's losing its voice. Would you gang to the Highlands, Lazy Lindsay? Would you gang to the Highlands?